And what happens is if we're not fully releasing and letting go of all that stuff that we've encountered throughout the day, the setting in our nervous system will stay on that go, 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 that stimulation, that sympathetic nervous system. Hello and welcome back. Now, just before we get started, if you're watching this on the Total Somatics YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell so you will be updated whenever I drop an episode. And also, if you haven't checked out my TEDx talk, please go to YouTube after this episode, put in the search bar TEDx Heidi Hadley, and up will pop my TEDx talk. And I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up and also just leave a comment in the bar below, because I like to check those out every now and again. And if you feel that it resonates with somebody that is close to your heart, please share my talk with them too. So I'm going to go through a really fascinating subject today, which affects many people globally. Well, something that they struggle in. We all have this, but something that people struggle with. And that is, I'm going to start again. I'm getting tired. Hello and welcome back. Now, just before we get started, if you're watching this on the Total Somatics YouTube channel, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell. So whenever I release an episode, you find out very quickly. Also, if you haven't checked out my TEDx talk on the subject of pandiculation, please go to YouTube and put in the search bar TEDx Heidi Hadley. And after seeing my talk, please give me a thumbs up, please leave a comment below and share it with anyone that you know it will resonate with. Okay, so let's get started with today's episode. And we're going to explore a subject that affects people globally. We all experience this, but many people will struggle with it, and that is sleep. So you may find that you can fall asleep easily, but then maybe a few hours later you wake up and your mind is racing and you just can't get back to sleep. Or maybe you toss and turn all night and you're unable to get that really deep, good quality sleep. So you wake up and you always feel very tired. Well, I've got some great news to share with you today. And that is that improving sleep doesn't start with us forcing our mind to be quiet. What it starts with is allowing your body to feel safe throughout the day, so we know we can just fully let go and release as we go towards the evening. And so let's break this down, because within your nervous system, you have two settings. You have a stimulation side of things where it's go, go, go. And that's part of the sympathetic nervous system. And then you have another bit, which is about resting and digesting and relaxation. That's called the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, throughout the day, your body is encountering all sorts of stresses, micro stresses that build up to physical tension, emotional, mental anguish, sensory overload. All of this is happening. And what happens is if we're not fully releasing and letting go of all that stuff that we've encountered throughout the day, the setting in our nervous system will stay on that go, 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 that stimulation, that sympathetic nervous system. So it means that we never fully switch off. So when we lie in bed, we are absolutely wired. And the last thing that our nervous system wants to do is relax and let go and rest. So this is really where we can feel wired and tired, because your body won't switch off. And as a result of wanting to be wired all the time in this go, 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 our muscles will stay chronically tight, our breathing becomes shallow, and our mind is very busy. And so all of that stimulation, again, continues to heighten the state of our nervous system. But total somatic education is the key to what we really want to use in order to release the tension and tightness and these learned patterns that we've developed over the years. Because once we bring total somatic education in, what happens is your body learns to soften and release. Your nervous system knows that it can shift the state of your nervous system and experience deep rest and recuperation. You see, many people approach sleep as a bit of a performance, saying, I've got to fall asleep now. And that in itself creates a lot of pressure and anxiety. For example, we can sometimes feel really pressured, be lying there wide awake thinking, I've got to get to sleep because the alarm's going to go off in 4 or 5 hours. And that narrative in its own is still keeping us in that go, 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 that switched on, fired up, keep just constantly in that stress loop. So when we shift our mindset from trying to sleep to allowing rest to happen, that's where we see a huge shift. Because our job isn't to force our body to create these conditions. What we want to do is allow them to naturally occur. And we're going to do that with a total somatic approach to our daily activities and our habits, looking at those micro stresses and looking how we can create regulation and recalibration within our nervous system. I would like to give you a few tips here of what you can do, though, to start today as we approach the evening. So the first thing you could do is before bed, could you turn off all screens about 30 minutes or so before you go to bed and just dim the lights? Because what this does is it tells your nervous system we're ready for sleep. We're ready to relax and wind down. Also, if you find that your mind gets really busy, could you have like a little notebook next to your bedside cabinet? And that will help with any looping thoughts that we have, any catastrophizing or concerning or just a very busy mind. If we lie there and we can just write down those thoughts, if it wakes us in the night, we can write down those thoughts in our notebook. We know that we've kept those safe, and then we can get ourselves back into a restful state so that we can then have less mental clutter and get back into a good quality sleep. And also, could we do this not just at bedtime, but throughout the day? Could we take 3 slow, conscious breaths? And I'm going to share with you what I always call my prescriptive breath technique. And that is, could you inhale for 7 counts? Could you hold for 4? And then could you exhale for 8 counts? And just do that 3 times. And notice the shift in your nervous system. If you want to do more than that, be my guest, because it's a wonderful experience when you feel that shift in your nervous system. But that's 7 counts as we inhale, hold for 4, and exhale for 8. And what this does is when we start developing these boundaries and we start bringing in these strategies, it's allowing your brain to feel safe and to feel that it can let go, and it doesn't have to stay in that setting of go, go, go of stimulation. And when we make total somatic practice part of our daily life, we are starting to bring safety and stillness back into our body rather than this dysregulated state that we can bring about because of all the sorts of things that are happening around us in society. And again, just the demands of daily activities in life. And I have seen so many times within the Total Somatics membership, people over the years that have struggled with chronic fatigue, they've had exhaustion, they've had real issues trying to get back to sleep or try to get to sleep. And when they develop total somatic approaches to nervous system regulation, as well as, again, mindset shifts and strategies and total somatic movement practices, they've been able to bring that rest, that deeper calm and grounded feeling within their nervous system, and it's improved their quality of sleep. And this is really about listening to your body's natural intelligence and wisdom and nurturing with great compassion. Because when your body feels that it's truly being listened to, then things will soften and release and let go. If we are ignoring all those signals, we stay in a hypersensitive state and we brace and hold tension. So we want to listen to the feedback that's coming from our body. And so again, as you move into this evening, those 3 pointers again: dim the lights, remove all the screens for at least 30 minutes before bed, do some deep breathing, remember 7, 4, 8, those techniques, and allow that release of tension from your body, release the shoulder tension. Because I'd like you to ask yourself as you approach this evening, how can I help my body feel safe enough that it can truly rest? And when you bring in just those 3 techniques or those 3 approaches, that's going to start to shift and create safety and stillness from within. So every small somatic movement that you create is going to relay to your nervous system and reinforce that it's okay to let go. It's okay to release. And then we feel that safety and that calmness from within. And so I'd like to really delve deep into this subject with you and give you so many more resources. So you've got those at your fingertips on demand, wherever you are in the world. And that's with the Total Somatics online membership that I've created. You have a huge array of resources to help you in different areas. And one of them is nervous system regulation to deal with better quality of sleep. There's audios, there are workshops, there are video, there are movement classes. Everything is there to support you. And added to that, I'm within the membership helping you, answering your questions, and again, allowing you to focus and be directed to where you need to go within the membership to get the results that you want. So if that's something that appeals to you, please check out more details at totalsomatics.com. Click on the Join Now page. And when you go to the Join Now page, if the membership doors are open, come on in, join me and all the wonderful people around the world, a wonderful group of friends around the world. If the doors are closed when you go to the Join Now page, please leave your details on the wait list. And when we open the doors again to the Total Somatics online membership, you are more than welcome to join and you will be notified. But until next time, I'm sending you all my love, all my very best wishes. Take care. Bye. Thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating and also forward this on to somebody you know will benefit. To learn more about pain relief, plus how to improve your health and well-being, go to totalsomatics.com. Until next time, take care.